fantasy, caught in a landslide, no escape from reality.
Hey guys, what's going on? Underground Geek here. So this is part of that thing that I've been telling you guys about. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to promote these smaller channels because we need to stick together with good content. And what they're doing is on February 18th, they're going to demonetize everybody on YouTube that has under 1,000 subscribers. So if you don't have 1,000 subscribers, you're in trouble. And so basically what I'm trying to do is I made a suggestion on Twitter that everybody send me channels that are good, and I'll go in there and I'll watch a couple of their videos, and if they're good, I'll put them on there. Like, I'm not going to put people on there that aren't good just because. I mean, that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to put people on there that have something to say, that have a good message, that know what they're talking about when it comes to comic books. So I had multiple people tell me about this guy, MegaGearsX. And if multiple people tell you something, then maybe you should, check it out. So that's what I'm doing. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to click on this video here. This is his Captain Marvel video, and that way you can kind of see what's going on here, because I figured this was really good due to them like spamming Twitter right now about her new costume. So I figured this was pretty perfect. So we're going to check this video out here. We'll click on this bad boy, and then I don't know if I should make it big or not. I guess I should. We'll just do it this way.
What's up, guys? So, considering the fact that the Captain Marvel solo film will be coming out, I believe, next year, unless they decide to rearrange the releases of movies going forward. It's I'm not too crazy about the suit. It looks kind of uninspired, which is weird. I noticed, the first thing I noticed was, why isn't it red and blue with the gold stripes going across, right? That's what we were all expecting. I think just looking at some YouTube videos, there's one, I think Beyond the Trailer, it's a YouTube channel, and I think the commentator on there, her name's Grace. I haven't seen it yet, but just looking at some of the thumbnails, doesn't seem like too many people are crazy about it. I am concerned about this movie. I know the comments with Brie Larson about, I think, some guy trying to talk to her, and she's like, oh my god, this guy's coming up here trying to get my number, and then she like pretty much put that experience online. I don't know. I feel, part of me, I'm gonna try to think of both sides. Part of me, maybe he was like a slime ball. You know how some people come and ask for a woman's number, but they're like really creepy about it? Maybe he was one of those guys, and maybe he was just like, expressing interest, and she just blew it out of proportion. Who knows? I don't know if she later clarified it. Maybe she's like, I'm not going to get into all that. But putting that aside, because if I just didn't see a movie because of every person that said something dumb online, I mean, I think we've all been guilty of that. Even me putting comments on Twitter or YouTube, responding to other people, and sometimes you don't really get to elaborate because of a character limit, or some things like in text can get misconstrued. So give her the benefit of the doubt on that, even though I think that still was kind of a crummy thing to do, to just put it online. I don't think that was necessary. But yeah, the suit looks weird. Now we've had problems like this before in other movies. I remember with the Dark Knight coming out, and we had Heath Ledger's Joker. Some of the photos looked weird because it was just there was no background, and it was just the lighting was kind of weird. So it looks like a costume that somebody would wear, like going to like some Halloween party or costume party or a cosplay at Comic-Con or something. But when the movie came out, it looked pretty good. We've had a lot of instances like that where color correction and lighting and digital effects helped out a lot. But then there have been times where it looked trash in the behind the scenes photos and it looked trash in the movie. The first thing that comes to mind was X-Men Age of Apocalypse with Oscar Isaac, who is a really great actor. I do like him in a lot of the movies he's been in. But I gotta say, man, he looked like the Ivan Oz memes from Power Rangers were pretty spot on, because it didn't look like Apocalypse. I don't know what.
That's Ivan Ooze, dog. Do you even Power Rangers? Just kidding. Had to make the joke.
The deal was, why they didn't just stick with the source material. Yeah, so it could be one of those type of situations. Now, here's something that I'm curious to find out, is that since the colors are green and like different shades of green and blue, it looks similar to the original Captain Marvel from the 70s, with the Kree Empire and everything, until he got his, costume that we know now, with the, the star in the center of the chest, and then the black and red colors that later Carol Danvers would adopt as Miss Marvel in the 70s. Which I'm actually have on digital on Comixology, which I'll probably check that out, and if anyone's interested, post up a review on Carol Danvers pre SJW era and what things I think they can incorporate from that comic. But I haven't read it yet, so I can't really give any details on that. But yeah, so it looks like it's a homage to Captain Marvel. Of course, they can always color correct it behind the scenes. You see that, and they could fix it, do some digital editing. But as a first impression, I'm pretty lukewarm to it. I don't know. It just seems kind of lazy. I like quite a few of the Marvel MCU movies, but it starts to seem that a lot of the costumes are starting to look very samey. It all looks like kind of combat tactical type suits. If you look at the Ant-Man costume and you look at the Wasp costume, the colors are really just dull, which is interesting because Captain America's costume was pretty colorful. It's gotten a little bit little duller, darker blues and stuff, but it I don't know. I like the Winter Soldier costume the best. The one he wore in Winter Soldier was perfect in my opinion. I loved the way it looked. It looked practical, but at the same time, it was the best way of making a real version live action take of the costume from the comics without changing too much. But it seems like a lot of colors are dull. If you look at the Wasp, it's like dark rust colored gold, and I'm just like, why not have it a brighter color of gold? It's a superhero movie, that's what we expect: bright colors, vibrant colors, things that pop on the screen. I think one of the best examples is from the trailers and the screenshots that we've seen from Black Panther. They are going all out with the colors. The costume design is amazing. All the way to the garb that they wear. Wakanda, the costume of Black Panther, even behind the scenes, it looks pretty good. I know they have to add some CG and whatnot after in post-production, but that's what we want. We want colors. So I think hopefully they respond to the reaction and probably do some reshoots later on, do some recoloring, and who knows, maybe this might be one of those examples of us jumping the gun and later seeing it in the film and like, oh, okay, that actually turned out quite better, a lot better than what we had expected. Hopefully they can do something more with the costume, just ignoring the colors for a fact. I don't know. It looks pretty boring. It looks like a high quality TV show superhero costume. If that sounds good. Not to trash on the Arrow costume. Well, at least for Green Arrow, it looks pretty good. A couple of the characters, it looks kind of high quality cosplay. But yeah, it doesn't have much going on for it. It looks pretty bland. So hopefully maybe they can do something with like her dispersing energy or having like some weird energy aura around her, kind of like a Scarlet Witch or certain other characters, because even the Vision, they did a really good job with having the bright greens and reds without it looking cheesy, because that's a hard costume to nail. Because if the colors are too bright, it looks really goofy, and if they're too murky and dark, it just looks, just really bland. But yeah, guys, let me know what you think. Apparently, the photos from that have been taken from the set of Avengers 4, so I don't know if that's gonna be a flashback sequence, or maybe she'll just have like a guest star appearance like halfway in the fourth Avengers movie. So I'll keep an open mind, but as of yet, I'm kind of just lukewarm. But let me know what you guys think. Share the video if you can with whoever you think would be interested in this. Like, comment, and subscribe.
All right, so there you go. There's this video. I did think he had some good talking points as far as that goes with the costume and how people have kind of blown it way out of proportion. Calm down, people. Like, you guys get so upset over stuff nowadays, it blows my mind. I think it's a mob mentality, because when you're with a group of friends and somebody says, that is the stupidest looking outfit that girl is wearing I've ever seen in my life, and everybody's like, yeah, it's stupid, oh man, your mom is so fat, and they just get more and more riled up, and it just gets crazier and crazier, and then the big dogs start chiming in and stuff like that. The thing is, we don't know anything about this costume yet. We don't know if that's the costume she gets before she gets a regular costume. We don't know if she stole that costume from somebody and that's why it doesn't fit right. We don't know if it's a prototype costume. We don't know if they're going to fix it in CGI and make it look tighter. We don't know anything about this. So we're flipping out about these random shots that we've seen online. Nobody flipped out when we saw Iron Man in Infinity War, and he's walking around and all he has is the top of his body covered. Nobody complained about that. Nobody complained whenever Captain America was walking around with those little CGI dots all over his costume and he was like all disheveled. So I think that we're getting, we're getting kind of out of hand when it comes to that kind of stuff. But besides that, I really wanted to show you guys his channel. This is MegaGearsX, so you can go in there and subscribe if you like his content. He's got a couple of videos here. He talks about John Malin, talks about a couple other things. So he seems like he's on the level as far as that goes. He talks about God Complex, Dogma. I may watch that video later because I've been, questioning about if I want to read that book. But, all right, guys, I'll talk to you later. I'm going to be doing some more videos. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Bye.